Hello, y'all. Hey. This is Divinely God and Chose Starseed, spiritually 777. How y'all doing? Hey, collective. Okay, this is going to be, trying to figure out, this is going to be sisterhood. This is going to be the title. Now, some things I'm going to say, and it's my expression. Expression is who I am, and I'm going to say what I want. Some things some people may not like, some people may think it's wrong, but it's like it's gonna always be a positive or negative. It's gonna be true. Truth is within yourself, how you believe. Or basically it's some things that we redo stuff over and over again for reasons. Either we didn't finish it or we didn't get the understanding. You know, we all are very important. But it seems like sometimes it repeat for reasons. Everybody have their own journey. Even it's a like I said, fool's journey is the fool, but it's not necessarily the fool. It's just your journey without being controlled. But it becomes fool in different type of meaning in different books. You figure it out. The fool is not being control anymore. You're control of your fate. Let's talk about it. Sisterhood. A sister was is in the church, which is be the church congregation. Also, it could be as up under a priest. And the sisterhood is always have black and white. They normally have black and white. Black and white is the color. Black and white means something hidden, but it's the white is pure, mean light. So you're talking about in light and void, if you may understand it. I also give you what started in the first place. Okay, so let's get on here. So, um, let's start here. It says here, and give it. It's the day of imaginative revelations. Okay, one moment. Okay, so excuse me. So this here is the day of the imaginative reveal. That's revelation. It's like revelation. All right. So my understanding, this is the number 7 is the chariot. Okay. So let's get some information on here. I'm just gonna go on here and I'm gonna do a little bit. Revelation and revelation is a recurrent theme in the lives of July. Okay, give you the understanding. Independence. Independence is like of the world, right? Perception, right? It urged to uncover our hold up, and the screwenty is screwenty. That screwenty is the inner vision. That means your vision. Are you being scourged about your visionary? Seemed like the revealings of it was what a palate, what they call it, plate, but different way of the language was given another way. So you're talking about a plate, but a plate is not putting something food on a plate, and you're eating with your utensils. This has to do with putting about your plate of a stage, just like it was a plate, right? And it's your visionary, but it has to do with something that you had to bring something in a plate. That means your visionary is your gifts and how to put yourself influencer out here as a medium. A medium really is a witch, if you say so. A witch is a choice. If you're a good one, which you'll be as a medium, are you gonna be a dark one, or you do both? However, if you are coming dark, you either bring an enlightenment of something hidden purposely, at a time of this is to be understanding of the hidden things that you didn't know at a point of time, and to be seen. That's why things are falling down for reasons. You know, you get so high, you come down low. So you go up the goat and come down, and everybody falling. It's the falling away of things. Even though we go on ascension, understanding we have a past too. That means that the little bit of those little pits of particles is still hanging in the sky. You understand? It's a lot of us, right? So a scourge is like a scourge is being burnt about your visionary and who sent you. Oh, it says inner vision, feelings, and thoughts in themselves or others is marked. Are you been marked? Marked has to do with something as a mark has been put on something as a scourge. Okay, perhaps those, it says, perhaps those born on this day could be called as like as the Egyptian chuns, but not in any superficial sense of the word. By revealing so much of themselves, can affect anything from mild shock or disturbance in others, sometimes even awaken. And we're in a time of awakening. Because revealing it of it, the end point to get to understand about the plate, the hunter, the hunt, and it's like the hunt to me remind me of Easter hunt, and that will give you some of Easter, like the east, and the east side, eastern, or or another word, eastern articles, okay, or give you the of a time of season of Easter, and different people, cultures, or traditions of that time is about. You already know, Easter is for. But my understand, this is the time for that. Hold on one moment. All right, so we're talking about an Eastern star. Now we're talking about star. If you talk Eastern star, or is it a star, or we're talking about Starbuck, it's the same thing. You figure it out. My understanding, you got different cultures and do traditions. They have their own languages and how they see things. But understand it's the same thing, but just different languages. Now, it's a battle royale about who shot gun. My understanding, the gun was in the screen watching behind the scene in the first place. So you have a lot of people watching you, and they got the gun. And gun is like the weaponized behind. Teach his own. Let's get something in here. Now, revealing of a hunt. I've been talking about that in these videos for a while, and a couple years ago, I figured out, okay, wait a minute. I was doing my due diligence and doing my study and learning certain things and trying to get the understanding. Realized that what was coming was the hunt and the hunter. Now, I'm not saying I have it all. I'm just saying the things that I've read. Doesn't mean it is what it is. Anyway, let's get back into this. By revealing so much themselves, can effort anything mild shock to disturbance in others, sometimes even an awakening. Now, all of that you done went through the end of things of the chapters of Revelations and revealing of a hunt. Now you become as awakening, ascension. It means things of high. Okay, that means something to pull the magnitude of the earth or pull for something for reasons. Okay, then we're in the energy of Saturn return. We got Jupiter return, Uranus energy. We have Mercury, sometimes the planet of Mercury, which will be in the house of a third house, which will be Gemini. Then that we're in retrograde in Saturn return. Certain things is in place for reason. All the eclipse has been, all the phases of it, an eclipse, full moon, and different type of eclipse. So just imagine how many retrograde that was at a time of the planets that was all aligned up. So this is never, ever, ever have been since a while. We got Pluto return. I'll say Pluto's been here, hadn't been in a long time, and it won't be coming back in a while. So take her, learn about the hidden things of eighth house and goes into nine, but just understanding what the eighth house, what Scorpio's being, and understand that it comes for temporarily, but it is like the reflection of a moon, but it's only temporary for being used. Okay, it's like a temporary of uses of reflecting of things. I'm not saying the moon is not going to reflect or illuminate or bring in hidden things, but also it is a temporary. Um, let's see. I have a. I have here is this is it's like a postcard, but it has to do with sisters. Okay, so this one is Mary McLeod Bethune. Okay, I'm going to give some information about her. Excuse me. This is what she stated. I leave you finally a responsibility to our young people. Our children must never lose their zeal for building a better world. She's from South Carolina, Maysville. She was born July 10th, 1875. Died May 18th, 1955, Daytona Beach, Florida. Sometimes I'm kind of quiet right now because sisterhood is sisterhood. And this is different cultures um, and traditions and churches, temples, mosques. We have different cultures. Shouldn't battle against the same thing regardless of other people's cultures. You know, if the Most High can use each one of us and can use anything as mental, then you know he can do anything. Now, I don't know how this gonna be. I started out that way. My understanding is just it's sisterhood, and there it is. I'm gonna say positive and negative things, and you gonna give me a bag or whatever. Sometimes you have to put a bag on a person in the back and turn around, and you may have to leave or to move to another place if you can't get along where you at. To each his own. Now let's get on in here. So now already this here card is going to give the information. The information when I gave you from Mrs. Mary. Mary is going to give you. You can use that however you would like. Mary has been here a long time. Mary's name forever, in my understanding. But my understanding, it has a lot to do with um, a person she already knew she was going to leave. She gave you that information ahead. That someone else is like to give you a visionary, something is a dream that she already knew. That she gave you the responsibility to the young people, because the young people is important. And understand that it's the children, okay? It's the babies. That means the birth, the creations, and it's very important. But never lose the zeal. What the zeal is, right? And build. It's about the building of the world, or the perception that we have been and placed in here, either to repeat it or to not get the understanding of it. Does that make sense? So my thing of it is, did you learn from the lessons of the journey? Or are you still repeating? It seemed like I've noticed different type of books that I've read, and that's always when a person get older, then they get real seasoned, you know. But because they're seasoned, because they went through all these seasons that they went through, and therefore some people still not even. I think I remember one time them talking about my children, and this was my daughter, and she had said something, and when they get a certain age, and I believe I did the same thing to my mama, and I was wrong. To be honest, I'm gonna give you something here. Had out, I was out of my mother's home early than some. Okay, but I made a choice, and it made it either was a bad or just basically I was gonna make my own journey of certain ways I wanted to. But also it was either you did too much too quick, and sometimes you didn't. It was like what they call it a long time ago. She's fast, fast. She kind of fast. Fast was in another as a in the South. As a or anyone else knew about what the fast was. Fast was the girl that she was too fast for her knowledge, or too fast for doing two things that she shouldn't be doing at that time. I'm trying to give another way to do it because it could be bad or good or however. Sometimes people are way ahead before others. Okay, it seemed like she was quick, and that'll put as a title as a be something to put as a mark on another person as a child too. So just imagine how many of the being seasoned have been through a lot. But I noticed. I think that I read something about a soft spot of your crown, right? And at a certain age, it's 25 years old. In order to close it, so you still have a lot of people that's 25, 21, 22, and they say they grown, but you really not until it's closed. You understand? And for reason. It's a reason for everything. I don't know all the things, but I just read that. Then at an age of that, it's 25 to seal the whole of the soft spot of a skull. Okay. And then, to my understanding, it has to. That's when the beginning of when you grown as in has been closed because you have a soft spot. Does that make sense? All right. So I know I went out on that, but anyway, let's get on here. So we have Mrs. Claire Hayden, and she has something to say. It says, and this is what she said: librarians are a cornerstone of the democracy where information is free and equally available to everyone. Okay, then we got Bay in here, and Bay's in here, Houston in here. Okay, we just had the reason why she in here is because of Houston, and that is because of the independence, right? That means that she is Houston, and this is the 4th of July, and that's the last of the independence. My understanding. I just want to give some information. You know, it is what it is. Some people are here for a reason. It's purposely. Some is put in order. When you're in royalty in the courts, they mean royalty and justice and everything. There's a lot of things that hidden in behind the scenes, but it's been done a long time ago. So they already purposely put in position for things that other people that we not to know. But some things is royalty has been married and in place and being controlling handlers. We dealing with a lot of things that we don't understand because it's always been, but it's like hidden for reasons. I kind of like some people are. It's like put in a position, and some people are take where I call. Some people are purposely, and some is blackball. How about that? I would say blackboard is another word in a different type of you want to call that languages. You can go understand what a blackboard is in the relationships of the co-creations. All right, I'm giving you things was already placed before a child come through the womb. Does that make sense? If the Most High knew his children before the womb came out, then you understand what I'm saying. So sometimes we're in the place of irreplaceables. Okay. Now, giving up independence on that, it says Beyonce Knowles Carter. I have learned that it is no one else's job to take care of me but me. Okay, give you that information. You know, she's in September the 4th. She's a Virgo. Okay, 1981. Next one is here. I have Judith James. I think that's Jamison. It is if you look at a dancer in silence, his it says his of her body will be the music. Born and that's born on May the 10th. Okay, this is right here. I believe she was a Taurus, and Beyonce is Virgo, and then Mrs. Claire Hayden, she is a Leo. Matter of fact, um, the next one is okay. This is Michelle Obama. This is what she says. I never cut class. I love getting A's. I like being smart and I like being on time. I thought being smart is cooler than anything in the world. And I believe she's a Capricorn. Matter of fact. Okay. Okay. The next one is Angela Davis. I am no longer accepting things I cannot change. I am changing the things I cannot accept. Okay, and I believe she's Aquarius, January 26th. Then we're back again with the Black Lives Matter again. Okay, so I'm just gonna give out the information. We are a generation call to action. When black people get free, everybody gets free. I challenge us all to have the courage of the convictions to fight for a fair, just, and inclusion society. We're dealing with societies, generations, and free and convictions, okay? And inclusive societies. And we're going to be talking about that because it's here, okay? And we had to bring Maya Angelou. Okay, there it is. While one may encounter many defeats, one must not be defeated. I believe she is a Taurus or Aries. Let me see. I'm going to make sure. I believe she's an Aries. Oh. She's an Aries. So, all right. Now, it's defeated. It's the defeat and defeating. That's what we're dealing with. So, my understanding, hey, you either gonna fight for everything or you gonna lose it. You know my understanding. But understanding what it is, it's about the responsibility, though. You know, that's about young people and the children. You know, so you have to understand it. I believe that I'm almost 50, and to be honest with you, I'm being thankful. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of look at it as a transformation on different things of I say it awakening, if you want to call it ascension. And you go from one from the next. I feel like I'm seasoned. I'm able to say anything because I've been through the process of it. And you got some people want you still in that stuck energy. They want you to be in the church, or you either gonna be, which one you gonna be? You gonna be in the church, or you gonna do tarot cards or whatever. I say I do what the hell I want. I went through the process of what hell is. Hell has to be with burning. You know what I'm saying? I went through all the process. Why I can't say what I need to say? I went through the process. So I say what I need to. I've been seasoned. You know, anything that cook is a person that puts them on the skillet. It's black. And it don't mean that the skin of the color. It's not the color of the skin. It's that I know how to season. That means somebody has mastered it. So I can do whatever I would like. I did not go to college. But I'm seasoned though. Very seasoned. Because I've been through the trials and tribulations. I went through it. And both sides, I've had the nice, not really the nice, like had money, it had it right there all the time. But it was seasoned enough that I was able to do the process. I raised my children, all four by myself. And that's a hard thing to do when you ain't a man. Like I said, it was a revolving door. He come and go, and I said I could do it by myself. And I had to go through a lot of stress, but just give out the information. Sometimes you have to pass the seat. But I ain't in the seat yet. Sometimes people already done put stuff what it's going to be. That's why I said it's already was done when a baby had came through the womb. Something was already done. Sometimes you sometimes you just let stuff go. Because you can't make a person put you in a position that they never wanted to be. And some people are just already processed. You just want to go on through it. But if you got to go through all that black board to burn a person when it's going to do itself, then what's the purpose of doing it? So sometimes it's like a natural of a scourge, but sometimes it's more to add to the fire due to insecurities, vexing each other, blackball to put them low, when the natural of somebody, the climb of a goat, of a Capricorn, to on these builders that we're doing on different things of this Egyptian of a triangle, what it is anyway. So what we're talking about, I'm talking to climb up of a mountain, and like I said, it's going to do its natural duty instead of force it. But it's saying like you have so many people that wants to put you in that position to blackball you, either for reasons because of obscurity that they do and the revealing of it. So that's what we're talking about. So let's get blackball what it means. Two different things here. Blackball has to do with a dance. If somebody is a ball, the man the ball is going to be Cinderella. It's going to tell you different things about Cinderella with a ball. And most of them have different dances and different dances. You got Greek, you got different type of religions, of cultures, and traditions that they use different type of banquets. Okay? And this is society groups and societies now. But it's a positive negative. But it said to me it's a reject. Reject is a person and someone usually is a candidate. Okay? That has to do with teeth and swallow. And we're talking about beast. We're talking about teeth of hunts. So somebody been candidate applying to become a member of a person club, typically by means of a secret ballot, pregnancy ballot, a pimple ballot, or a ballot. So somebody put in a position. You get to understand that sometimes you just need to say how you feel. So being that's a different type of dance, it's a hidden thing in somewhat. It being light, but you don't know about what it's about. But it is hidden things of society and groups that they do. We have different things in this world that we see daily. Okay. Next thing I'm gonna give you here is a code of professional responsibility. Number 4. With number 4, I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm gonna give number 4 right here. And this is Angela Davis, and I'm going to use her card because it's number 4 in the first place. Say 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Is that right? What's coming out? Oh, wrong one. Number 4. Oh. Excuse me. I believe it was number 5. Was it 4? I think it's Michelle Obama. So let me do number 4. It says code of professional responsibility. Engage in conduct involving dishonesty, fraud, and deceit, or nor prince. I think this is misrepresentation. So this is like engage in conduct with a person involving dishonesty, fraud, and deceit, or misrepresent. I think the representation. So there we go. So that's number 4. Okay. Number 5 is Angela Davis, and this one is engage of the conduct that is a prejudicial to the administration of justice. So that's gonna give you Angela Davis. Okay. All right. And then number 6 is we're gonna deal with the Black Life Matters, which is engage of any other conduct. Okay, that's talking about adversary, reflects of fitness to practice law. Okay, now this is about adversaries. That's number the Black Lives Matter. So I'm dealing with you 4, 5, and 6. That's what I'm dealing with right now. 4 gonna give you a family in. The other one's gonna give you opportunity. We're able to teach of your voice. That's Angela Davis. And the 6 is going to give you engage of any other conduct. Okay, that's Black Lives Matter. Okay, I'm in order. It's just how I blend to everything. I don't know how it's going to be. I just giving out the information. Now let's get in here. Okay, we're talking about different things. We use a lot of things, devices, and some things have been tapping and touching and display, interface and projecting of I call it uh, capacity, meaning on touch screens and different things, devices that we use. And now we're on a different type of grid technology, all right? Insecting of different things, what we touch and how we do things for devices has a connection, right? All right, so we use a lot of little things, right? But also we have the energy what has the Pisces Virgo and has Hermit and Empress energy, and also has the judgment of your reflections of things of the sun, right? So we're in the energy of Virgo. Uh, is the Virgo, okay? It means the creation, right? Also, it's got the technology. That's what we're dealing with. So most of it is the, like I said, we we dealing with a lot of stuff. Dust is everywhere. That makes sense. Long time ago, it could be in different type of Disney, and it talked about different type of gold dust. It could be black dust, but it's still gold. If that makes sense. Um, let's see. Anything in here? Um, so some of these writings that I wrote, it was about 2 years ago, and I noticed that it comes back to what's we going on, or what's in. 10 is going to give you the Wheel of Fortune, and that's going to give you the company, business, collect, commercial, and corporation or cooperation. It's give you a regression and also the act of passing black or returning. Now, understanding that I started was return, to come back to do things for reason either you didn't learn the lesson, or some or have to go back through the process, or other has already been ascending. All right, everybody has your own individual. You can't bring a whole group. Understand that it's the single. He only deal with you in certain ways, but he looked for us as a group. Does that make sense? It's like how he deal with individuals different. Okay, is of different type of source that you use collective. All right, but the looking of it though. So when people fall, you're falling with other people that fall because they was in a position for a reason. I don't believe that nothing was not there for a reason. So I always try to give that, because some people are not understanding about it, or some people look at them like is your position. It's a time for everything. Um, oh, it's giving different things of passing. It's like a participial, which is like a present of a tense moving and proceeding and passing of a soul. It's like after death. It's give you that 13 energy, right? That means transform, and get a beginning, right? But understanding that what we're dealing with of the things of gold dust and dark dust, and it was time of things have fell around, and all these things are uh, things you can't understand why. You know, at a point in time, we had a time we were sand everywhere, and we couldn't understand why. And we was like, what is all this sand? It was sand everywhere for a while, even if it's a mountain. I think it was Mount Helens one time, and it was I think it was in the 80s, and it was, I mean, I think we was going to I think we was vacationing really, but came back, it was so dark and its dusk was everywhere. It was just like all this smoke everywhere and all that soot and stuff. And just imagine one mountain and how it sprayed. It was like the dust all over the place, right? Just in understanding, it's been something that is this explosion of something and has changed. But after that, just imagine of just that of I call it dust from smoke. Do you not know that after that, in a couple months, you will believe of the growth will come from it? If that resonates to somebody, um, let's get on in here. So we're talking about community and type behavior because that's where I'm coming from. You know, understand that? Give me a seating of what's beyond. So that's what I'm on here. So let's get on in here. All right, so we're dealing with Mary and Clara, Beyonce, Judith, Michelle, Angela, Black Lives Matter, and Michelangelo. That's what we're dealing with. Sisterhood, 36 on that. 36, 36. Give you 999. Give you 18. 18 is reflection. Gonna give you that moon. We talking about women functions. And anybody can be a function as a woman function. A man can be in that role. You fit it to your size. Because it seems like they gonna fit you in a size. However, if they resonate to somebody. But some things is put in position. Meditation here says painting requires space and music time, yet the act of seeing is indeed temporal and a concept of music spatial. It's like spatial. So, and the concept of music is the spatial, okay? So, painting is visionary, space and music and time. Yeah, but it's dry. But it means it's destined and active seeing. Indeed, spiritual inside and temple, and that has to do with your head. Wisdom, okay? Concept, how you feel, what you receive of the music, and it's a spatial. It's like a spatula. Spatial can be back all the way as what you cooking, how you feel about it, inside and out, okay? Now we're dealing with the spiritual. We're doing one outside, which is perception. You know, in the scriptures of the talking about Bible and congregation will be flesh. You know, you don't want to eat flesh. You know, and in another way, as a human, to eat another flesh. Okay. Now, see, like we know how to cook now. Everybody gonna eat their meat now. You know, however, but I believe that the Bible was talking about eating other flesh. You understand that? I'm gonna drink some water because somebody, like I said, we got a lot of people of teaching right now. Some people are vexing each other, of influencing, and some people are, it's just vexing of jealousy of different things, the gifts that you have. It's enough room in the stars. It's the time of like I said, defeat and defeated. That's what Michelangelo said. You know, she's a poet. Arthur. She done so much. You know. All right. People, cultures is just you. Sometimes you have to deal with your own self before you can do other things in other ways. Deal with your stuff first, in order. They say deal with yourself first before you be able to do other things. Because if you mastered that, you can do anything in this world. But do yourself, do thyself first. Do thyself. And you can do anything. So let's see what card gonna bring in here. We're gonna bring in the cosmos. The reason why I give you that because it started in the skies, in the void. Cosmos had dark, and then it was light. That means a whole season, been seasoned. Okay, come on, give me a card here. So bring in what's necessary for this time. This is about sisterhood. Oh, back here again. We back in here again. That is still lovers. And that's co-creation. And that planet is Virgo. And planet of Mercury too. Still back on 9 and 1. That's got something to do in somebody's house. Okay? Okay. Okay, what here? Oh. Age of Pentacles. It's new. Still about the lovers. Twin tied to something. Divine. Keep saying divine, 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 divine. Oh, let's see if I see it again. See the high priest trying to pop up in here. Ten cups. All right. Lovers. Like I said, this Cosmo Tarot is different from others, so I'm going to see what they say on here, and I'm going to say what I want to say, if that makes sense of that. Okay, so here we go. It says it might be time to reevaluate your relationships. Are you getting what you need or nah? It's like, oh, nah. This is about your house. In your house. So masculine, feminine, collective. So if you're not getting what's receiving, how you feel about it, your relationship. So it's telling you to reevaluate about your relationship. You know, I ain't gonna try to be funny, but one of my sons said, you know, he told me something that, you know, they growing, you know, I'm saying they are adults now. And he said that the same thing. He said, if a person they're not there and helping with you or whatever, and didn't come and help you, then leave them alone. And I laughed because I seen the change of my son. I was like, okay, you know, as an adult, we know all this, but to hear your son talk like that, and you know he's have changed, his growth, okay, if that resonate. Now, you know I'm going to give you negative. Now, if it's negative in this energy, then you know it's saying this, it says, show yourself some self-love as you make some tough choices, meaning make some tough choices. So they could be in that energy for this lover, okay, meaning relationship tied to things. That means that in your house, is you dealing with your family in, that's going to be family in, friends, and a collective or who rep your city, and you dealing with it. I'm telling you, and it's all together. These are social and groups, and we're talking about revealing of the hunt. These are groups. This is time. I have never seen at a time as this how many groups are tied together and bringing in groups. And more groups is going to come against one individual. And it's like you got a whole group and one person is by themselves. So just imagine how much the individual that they come with packs and dealing with one, and how much power you got within yourself. And that should tell you that you're very powerful. You're powerful within you. Next one is Ace of Pentacles. So, manifestation. Manifest it. You have opportunity to make major, meaning moolah. And that's in that, like I said, the first one is going to give you Magician, which is going to give you the Lovers anyway. And the second house, which will be, the first is going to be your past, right? Previous, right? And the second is Ace of Pentacles, that's going to give you a present. So you got moolah and being manifest this money here. Okay, now upside down, if you're in a negative energy, say stop, procrastinate about of you might miss an opportunity. Now that's one thing about Cancer. Cancer is like abundance. Whoever's got July in there, a Cancer, this is the Cancer moon, okay? This the moon and the month, okay? That means whoever resonate as significance of whoever, okay? Go look at your natal chart. Because my understanding, this is about money time. It's money, 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 money. And this is you. It's time to get it in there, girl. Get it in there, boy. It's your time. Okay? Now, that's the present. Now, future is the Ten of Cups. It surrounds you. That's going to surround you. The Lovers and Ace of Pentacles. But see, you see why you're dealing with the 10 cups anyway, because you're surrounded, because you got so many people that's trying to connect to you, of your family in, about your dang 10 cups. That's a lot. Too much, really. Are you lived happily ever after? True happiness is all yours. Now, upside down and negative gonna give you a rebuild your close relationship. And it says you need them. Now, if it's negative, now we already know it's negative anyway, because we knew that about the Ace Pentacle. So it's telling you already what it's about. It's your friends and your family. You ain't seen them. There's a reason. 9 out of 10, the only time you're going to find, I've noticed, I've seen so many funerals that the only time you're going to see people is when somebody then died. And, death is beginning and transformation. That's when you see a lot of people doing their own thing right now. But sometimes what's hidden behind you're going to figure out. Because you ain't seen them, there's a reason. They don't want to be around. They've changed. Normally, I can say people ain't been coming around like they normally. 9 out of 10, somebody gonna say somebody's sick or somebody ain't sick. Or is it a time for people, or it's been clean and stuff has been cycled with the energy, meaning the natural of business. And a lot of people have a lot of assumption, but don't really know the answer, because understanding that if they knew about the natural order, then we wouldn't in here having all these issues that we have, the repeat of the cycle, and nothing has it. I get on my people because I deal with that, because I know I have an opportunity to say. I believe that the people that we put so much influence and put so much information until other people, and we put all our money tied to all kinds of stuff, and then at the end and put all different things on a plate, and by the time you did all that, you trying to be good to the spirit, but the spirit is going to give it back to you regardless. If you put He's going to put the spirit back to you if you put the energy back to yourself. And you realize if you put all that emphasis of things that you done put to other people, you would have been great and had everything going on. And if it's about the saving things, just imagine how much plate that you could have put in your own family end. You will have a whole lot. But sometimes you believe that being connected to a next person, that to put it into a community in a certain way, and then but at the end of it, and you done so many years and you didn't see anything to bring it back to you, then you kind of understand how foolish you can be and silly. But it's your journey though. But you be silly too, because you could have put anything else to that. I remember one time I started building something. And somebody said, "Oh, you put in sugar, you put some stuff in sugar soaps," and I laughed about it. But I said, "Well, what did you do? Did you even have a dream to do something that you wanted to do, or is it that you was working and somebody else was controlling everything of your fate?" You know what it is to build another person, that they so used to building other people. You know how it is hard to build your own self and you don't know what you're doing? But then you have to deal with other people that have not done nothing but being up under somebody else's control or commerce. You know what it is? Jealousy of a crowd barrel. And I believe in my culture, so I hate to say that, we're in the crab barrel. And it seems like we can't even get out of that. Because one get out, the other one pull another crab down. They don't want to see somebody else can build themselves without them. And this is what you're dealing with in your relationship. And that's why the Ace of Pentacles was coming in there about that, because exactly what it is. You're dealing with your family. Mm-hmm. And the lover's going to tell you that. The money is about the money, but it's about that old relationship. And you have to reevaluate everybody of a subject. These are, you have to. I notice when you build something, you always got to watch the next person that was closer to you while you was building, because that's the closest you got to pay attention, because they're the one to come back and get you. All right, you gotta watch them. Anything else I was gonna talk in here? Baby, look, it has to family and friends. Here you go. It says on the day, it says on this day, have a way of sounding of common chord in the and there's the colleges and colleges. It means collective of ecologies, or whoever's connected. It is family and friends. This has got to do with groups and societies. And it said they may be considered more than little strange, but yet it's the fanciful thoughts and endeavors rarely miss the mark. We're still back on mark again. Given subconscious, this is talking about hidden societies, is very strong. Therefore, have ability to understand many perverse twists and turns human mind can take. Little is a bazaar of unusual surprises them, since they have encountered much of it before in themselves. Meaning, this is societies, this is hidden things. And I told you to start with 18 anyway. I was giving the information. And it says right here, no matter what, their career, they're born on this day and manifest a desire, and simply through exposure. And because they are intent and revealing their own inner process, they see nothing meddling in others people's affairs, getting involved in matters that do not really concern them. People themselves have quite a secret private life, as it is more often their ideas and opinions which they exhibit, that their dirty laundry. Thus, what they reveal in general is not so much what they do, but what they think, often in regard to the world of dreams, fantasies, and the human emotional. When we're dealing with imaginary imaginary or imaginative revealings of revelation. And there it is. When you, if you give into the scripture in there, it's going to tell you in the Bible. But I understand revelation has to do with the world and with perception. And perception is going to give you precipitation because it's going to clean the slate what we do on this earth, of this earthly realm. So, you see, I'm telling you about how, like I said, I don't get into all the Republican, Democrat. It's a SNL. It's Saturday Night Live. I mean, it is a comedy show to be seen all this time. I noticed in the 80s, in the 90s, really 90s, there was a lot of information about that. Matter of fact, let's bring on some 1990 energy on in here. Because my understanding, I already pulled some cards anyway. And this is what I'm saying, what you're dealing with. Here's another card. It says here, I think it's the Carrie Bradshaw. Y'all remember that? Ever met someone as dazzling as you? She totally give up all her fancy shoes to be your BFF. You know we dealing with this. You know, sister, with all them shoes. You know how it is. You got to have a shoe for your whole closet. You know, you got all them shoes. What you gonna do with them all? You know, she fancy though. She fancy, all right. The next one is here, some fries. You know, fries with what is it? Fries and milkshake. Y'all remember that? Okay, your brain is so big, it's pretty much the only thing Mickey D's can't supersize it. Now listen here. You know, they fries is off the chain. I had stopped using it. I wasn't even using the fries, but you know, to each his own. Honey, I thought I like Whataburger fries, but honey, I don't know what's going on with that. But honey, I ain't been eating that, so that's somebody. Maybe it's for me and somebody else. Here's another one here. This is a computer. Everybody on the whole wide world wide web wants to IMU. IMU on their candy colored iMac. Got some candy colored. You got some candy up in here, candy coated. If that resonates. So this here got to do with candy colored iMac. Well, the next one is you are a human super soaker of talent of class of I think this would be kindness, right? Y'all remember that we used to play with this? Man, my kids, I think I have 3 of them left, and I believe it's in a box. But we used to pay a lot of money and to do this. We used to, you know, my kids, they adults now, but we get in there and we still act like a child. But you know, that's got to do with about number 4. 4 gonna give you that emperor energy anyway. This gonna give you like a talent of class and kindness. If that is as a person that is, they are emperor, but they can go in all over places. You know what I'm saying? It's still a builder, but know how to talent each other. They give you that emperor. Emperor gonna give you let's see. Emperor gonna give you a little bit of a number 4th house. 4th house gonna give you that Cancer house, and then also gonna give you that Capricorn energy too. So that is what I'm looking at now. Somebody that is talented, mastered, and know how to do things, right? And as class and kindness too at the same time. Okay, let's get number 5 in here. You know, it's gonna be teaching here. So let's get in here. This is gonna have to do with groove in your heart. You remember that groove in your heart? You know, just like a little balls floating in a bottle of the orb. It's like the orbits. I remember the orbits. Okay, it's like the bottle. It's the pineapple, banana, cherry, coconut flavored beverage. I know y'all remember that. Okay, so this giving you the information about the 5. I'll give you Airfont. Airfont gonna give you the information that has to do with teaching, right? But also give you your heart. You know, this is somebody that has a good heart. You know, this is about remind me of that. Okay, the next one is number 6. Gonna be the lovers here. It's gonna give you that your soul is the infinite and the majestic as the circle of life. And your let's give you integrity or give in I'm gonna say it another way. integrated is a kick ass of Xena and Buffy combined. So this here is a lovers. It has to do somebody from a little bit of a warrior. So this could be somebody divine order. Okay. With Buffy, Xena and Buffy. Okay, number 7 gonna give you bring energy of all night. Rave everything you do. They give you a little Cancer here. So they bring you as chariot. So the energy is all night rave into everything you do. So, all right. So these energies, I brought a little 90 in here. It's give you different colors in here. Give you Cosmo, Tarot. Give you the information of what are we dealing with. We're dealing with imaginative, revealing, I guess, revelation of things, of perception. And we're dealing with different things of societies, affairs, and groupies. And sometimes it's about your money, about your 10 cups and your ace. You didn't mastered it. And you're dealing with your family and friends about the community. They probably put you in a position of blackballed you. Either they trying to put you in a blackball to banish you or to either bring you in. One or two. All right. So giving you some other things about difficult things to live with. Demand a great deal of understanding exceptions of a partner. So you connect to a lover. So it's connected to divine, and it's divine to different people. If you in your family, okay. If you're not with a man that you can see him, then you're dealing with the relationship of the family. Okay. So they may know their children or as a dreamer, knowing that you're dealing with that. That's Pisces energy. That's 12th house. That is Pisces. Pisces gonna give you that. If you got Pisces in a Cancer home, and the Cancer's 4th house, then this is what you're dealing with, and that's gonna give you the family end that you're dealing with. And if you ain't seen them, it's a reason why. Because you're dealing with it behind hidden things behind it. It's gonna give you that black ball and banish it for what reason? Either they to put you in a position to put you as falling from grace for reason, or somebody forced it, or they put you in a position to be banished, to be in the position that you're trying to be in. However, you fit it out. You can fit it the way you would like. Because my understanding, it's gonna bring it out anyway. So it's about children. Like I said when we first started here, and the first thing she said, Mary said, that if the responsible to the young people, our children must never lose their zeal for building a better world. That's what we came here for. Not to constantly to keep it in the same of a barrel now. When they gonna come out of this and be able to come out and not bring another person down with you? You're supposed to lift up another person, individual, because we have different ideas, and not to be banished or blackballed. Okay? Let's see. Unrealistic business partners. Okay, there it is. Giving you friends and unrealistic and by business partners as less than giving you a reliable, indeed function very well and become successful driving force in their business of social sphere. That is, they're highly demanding subconscious drivers. However, it will always place a strain on their straight job responsibilities or imagined. Okay? So that means that they happiest at this. People are those who can, I say, integrate their fantasy life in a commercial world without sacrificing their integrity. That's like in whatever they're interesting, right? And you have somebody, it's like trying to change it a little bit, to my understanding, But is it sacrificing, burning to another, banish another person for another fall from grace? In order to do that, to see a person the lowest of to see, just in case to remind you who you were at a point of time, or to the point that you that low to show the shame first, to lift another person up, that we're the only ones, we're have the same abilities that fall. That's why I say when another person fall for grace, you're falling with them. And if another person that low already, then they looking down with another individual, they already fail because they watching it. See, you can't watch something low down, dirty groundrel all the way down to the ground unless you already look down, because you're supposed to look up. If you already looking down, then you already in hell. Soil with them. See what I'm saying? You have to understand who you dealing with. You dealing with people already down low. Because they not even looking up for ascension on nothing. They look down to you. You know, when you see a tree and the tree bends over your branches, you know what that means? That they bow down to you. They give you the natural, that you're the ones as the person is a chair to be able to do things. That's a blessing when the wind passed by and the leaves and the branches bent, and you don't know that somebody already let you know that they were there. That's a natural order that you should understand that too. Instead of understanding about sweep in front of your own door is what I'm trying to get the understanding. If you can't understand about yourself, how you gonna understand anything else? But if you so controlled in a group setting, do you understand you are under somebody else, that you're not being your own individual of yourself? Do you understand that you're controlled and conditioned? And for reason for commerce, you become as a cattle, or you're the lamb, and you're being sacrificing. You know what it is? You know how to do that. So if I go in here, and then y'all ain't gonna like this, but I go in here, if you have a shepherd as the person to teach you something, but I think he's been doing that very well. And you see other people are more than others. Don't get mad because they doing their job. You're too busy worried about other people instead of doing what you're supposed to do for yourself and build yourself. And to wonder why we're in a crowd burrow. Because we haven't learned of the understanding of love, unconditioned. And you're going to need your people in order to lift you up and not to bring them down. So Mary was telling you what was going to happen. She gave you a dream before. She already knew. And this is what she wanted in 1875. She was born in 1875. Okay? And she died. And she gave a dream that was going to happen. But if the young folks is going to do the same thing that other people as the catalyst is forcing them to do the same thing they did and have not learned nothing because they didn't want to come to the season had all already mastered it. So they coming for the children, and for only reason because they can use them and control them the way they want to. They become as sacrificing lambs too. But also will put them in a position as a child, will put them as a sacrificial lamb for their own adults to push them out the way so they can put the position. Because that's what we're in now. And this is what I'm coming for. I told you you wasn't going to like what I had to say. So there it is. We need to come out that crab barrel syndrome. It's ridiculous and redundant. And now I come from my culture, sisterhood. This is what I'm in, and I would say it in like TIEs. Give you that seventh house. Give you that understanding about target individual. It's not weaponized. It's crazy. It's television. It's called What it say? T is the Angela Davis. What I call you with the black power. Is it televised or is it not? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because you're going to know the gun is already behind the screen of the TV. Come on, somebody. Ben is a gunner. Has been for a long time of a shotgun. Hello, somebody. So when we're dealing with that, you got to watch it. Cause these cards is the Lovers and Ace of Pentacles and Ten of Cups. That anybody gonna already know what this is about. This is about the relationship past, previous, what's already didn't happen already, and was gonna give that information when she kept telling you about a responsible to the young people and the children, and never losing the zeal. And then the Lover's gonna give you that information, and then where first started is this one here. So I'm gonna give all this what I'm saying because I know what I'm talking about. Relationship, Libra energy, and the first thing she said is Carla gonna say librarians, like libraries. It's the cornerstone of the democracy. Democracy has to do with separation of different things. Some understanding. DE has to do with not a whole. It's separation to things. I'm sorry, tell the truth. You are your own mock. You make an understanding what a mock is. Understand we worried about all kinds of stuff at SNL and with this Saturday Night Live and comedians. I know we didn't come for the new ascension, for the new what it's going to be for the same mess. But you know, those little crumbs of dust gonna fall around anyway. This just a temporary state, so you know that's gonna be old. It's gonna be old news, and then it's gonna do something else. It's just a little bit of it. It says in the scripture, tell you the devil came out for a reason, and it was a time short for a time, short of a time. That means it ain't gonna be here for a moment. It's the time of it. It means a little bit. Tell you in the scripture about the stings. They're gonna tell you about the tail of the revealing of the hunt. They was coming here for an anti of something else. So we got different cultures and stuff. We got a lot of things going on in here. It went from all of that. You know, went from different type of churches. All different ones. You done went from camps. You done went from different type of things. You got mosques, temples, and congregation, and mega church. We done come from the music. We done come from the authors. We got the books. You done had everything, paints. You done did everything. You done manifest all of this. And the last one's the cabal. So all of that other stuff, people that doing behind these things, it's all here. 121 on that. Okay. So let's see here. Business, partners, and all it was what is in the first place. But what if you gonna be like that? Using all kinds of the commerce and different things in the business social sphere about responsibility of the image of things, the projecting of things that we're doing influence on this YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and all that we're doing, but we're using all type of device in it, and now become weaponized and everything else, and be able to stop you in control of your fate. And that's the base. So we're dealing of the hunt, and this is the time of it. And fries and they shake. Fries and shake. Remember that? Mickey D's on that. So that's what we like. We like that food, and certain things fast ain't always good. But this is what we decided. Now what we're going to do that? You're always going to sacrifice of another person to control as a child because they're influenced, because they're young, they ain't fit, it ain't seasoned, and use them in order to come against from the adults, and to put them in sacrificing lamb and put another position because they need to move out the way. Because this person's seasoned, and we still want to do what we want to do, and we done for a long time. And this person is interfering. It's like it's interfere with what we're doing. But use a child to do it. What kind of mess is that? But they will about money, because they will do it. Okay? Stuff have changed. You got to pay attention to your relationship with your family and things like that. Let me see, this particular gives something about the chariot and the world. Giving the chariot, it's the trump. It's the trumpet. And it's to blow the horn and tell you what a Trump is. And we're in Trump now, and we're dealing with Democrat and Republican. All right, it's a new time to put somebody in a position again. Okay? It's giving you that no matter what, it is a narrow, it's a precarious of the correct path. One must continue on. The good side of this card give you a post of success, talent, and efficiency. That bad side, it suggests that a dictionarial attitude and a poor sense of direction. Hmm. A person can put to look down and watch behind what you do behind the scene. They already look down. They didn't look up because they were looking at you down and put you in a position. The position came for the direction was hell and put you in a position as a negative thought and transferred the spirit to you. And constantly the spirit ain't never left. It's the control of the faint. And it is defeat and defeated. Which one you gonna do? You got to fight for everything that you believe in this world. And if your family are not able to see the grace and see the immaculate of you're of a diamond, of a ruby, a pearl, then they don't understand the pressure that you went through. You know what that means? They didn't believe in with you. They didn't believe. Well, I did it again. When you get in here, you don't know what time it's gonna be, and I stopped one, and I didn't know what I was doing, but I understand. I'm gonna get one card, and I'm gonna go and get one more card, and that is it. So when you're dealing with, understand that we have to understand that the crowd burl of the sisterhood. Sisterhood has to do with the crowd burl. Now, come on, somebody. The children's here, but not to hear is seasoned, not to blackball people and put them in a black as a board. Ace of Swords. There it is. Over here, Ace of Swords. That's the Libra. They give you a Libra. The truth may hurt, but I'll help you see clearly. So that's either telling you that you don't understand the things before you make your move. That's a negative, right? Upside down. But the truth is going to show you, and somebody going to help you to see clearly about this situation. And this has to do with sisterhood. And the truth of the Libra started out in the first place, and we had here. She had here. And that's the Librarians. And that's the Ace of Swords. So you can see clearly. That's the ace. And that is a trump on that. Trump is the trumpet of the chariot. It's still Cancer. You have a wonderful day.